what music does. I mean, how do I have to appear like I'm some kind of maniac because I can hear something that the music says? You know, when the music said somewhere over the rainbow, you know, in other words, I'm still there over the rainbow. And
So, friend, welcome back. We're in the dugout, same spot, under the same metal that Susan Atkins got arrested under. But we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about Manson and his last stand and where he got arrested at. But come on in. This is cool. Sadie Atkins got arrested here. Cops came and threw rocks. Scared her out of here. She went out and the first thing she did was squat. Take a pee. Welcome back to the back porch. Come on in. Let's get started. So today we're inside Sadie's dugout. It was made out of the same wood that Barker Ranch was. And watch, there's still nails in that stuff. And it was perched in the side of the hillside to the left of Barker Ranch. It's where several of the girls would sleep at. And since I just slept on the floor at Barker Ranch, I think I'm gonna sleep in Sadie's dugout tonight to tell you the story about Manson's last stand. Still some springs from the mattresses that they were sleeping on in this thing. Here's a picture of what it looked like. There was a mattress out in front of it after they drug it out. And it had a 2x4 and a piece of metal with some tarp. Just like we got right here still. So I have Charlie's arrest records in my bag. Let's take a look at those first. Here we go, the County of Inyo Sheriff's Department. Arrest and property record from 10/12/1969 of one Charles Miller Manson, or AKA Charles Manson. Jesus Christ. Who wrote that?
He was in the inside of it.
Yeah.
That's right where the cabinet was.
In that little tiny ass fucking hole there, huh?
Yep.
So this must be the actual, like there was a sink here, huh?
Yeah. And with the little cupboard underneath, and that's
Actually, you can see the outline of where the little cabinet was. It was right here to right here.
And there was a brace in the middle of it too.
Really? Here, give me take this camera and see if I can squat in that same spot.
No.
God damn, he was like, what the fuck? He was like way under the sink, man.
Plus there's a brace. You didn't fit. You got caught.
Your feet are sticking out.
I hear the guy over the rocks.
I shouldn't have hid here. I should have hid somewhere else. He's still thinking that. Can you get out?
No, I'm just feeling that air on my back right now. Oh, shit.
You see that? Look at it. The way they did that? They put all rocks in. They put all rocks in, and then they put a coat. They put a coat of cement, mortar over the top of it.
Like a stucco almost.
Yep, to finish it off. And the rocks are all flat on this side.
This was a dinner. This was full of candles and shit. That was a real
The
nice.
bedroom back here. This was the bedroom there.
The girls, yeah.
This was a bedroom?
Yep,
Yeah,
that was the bedroom there.
Had windows in it. Had a stove in it.
Oh, it did,
Right
didn't
there.
it?
Right here. Right here is where they had that. There was
It's only big enough for a bed, I know that.
First time we came, there was a bed in it.
Here's a picture that Charlie signed for me. You can't really see it. Really like. But it's of the bedroom door right beside the fireplace. And there's an alcove. So then there was a door, and there was the fireplace.
Los Angeles police have connected some members of a nomadic gang with the murders of actress Sharon Tate and others. The reputed leader of that gang appeared on minor charges today in an Independence, California court. Bill Stout tells what happened.
Today, yes. All 2 counts of concealing stolen property and 1 count of vehicle theft. They haven't heard the evidence on it yet.
And what is the hearing? What is occurring?
Preliminary examination on those charges.
Getting too close. Look at the center.
Charles Manson went to court on a stolen property charge. He has not been named in the murders of actress Sharon Tate and at least 7 other persons, but police say he's the leader of a hippie group whose members committed the crimes. Several, held on minor charges, are in custody of Inyo County Sheriff Merrill Curtis.
One Sunday, the girls were told, as we get it, how they got their information, we don't know. These things travel in jails and prisons, unbeknown to the people who are running them, that they were to cleanse their body by eating peanut butter and honey that day only. Well, they asked for peanut butter and honey only, but we don't prepare special meals for anyone. We feed from 3,200 to 3,600 calories a day, and if they don't care to eat it, that's their problem, not ours. They did not get the honey nor the peanut butter.
Do they carry on any special ritual or regimen, prayers or what have you?
Other than running around naked, no.
You say running around naked?
In the jail. We took all their clothes away from them and had them bathed as they brought them in, and gave them jail clothes, which they're all the same that everyone wears in there. And the matrons tell me that every time they went in, they were sitting around naked.
Manson's preliminary hearing is on a stolen property charge. The murder cases in which he has not been named go before the Los Angeles County Grand Jury Friday. Bill Stout, CBS News.
It was in Guller Wash, and Manson's birthday was 12/25/1935. In other words, he was born on Christmas. Because, come on, he is Jesus Christ.
Manson seemed to be the leader of these people, even while they're behind bars, the ones that you still have here.
Well, apparently he is, but I'm not so sure that Manson is the leader. I'm not so sure that this is the right man, Manson.
What do the others call him? Do they call him by his name, Charles Manson, or do they call him by some other thing?
They call him Jesus Christ or Mr. Manson. If he is their leader, he has some kind of influence over them. One Sunday they got word from him that they were to cleanse their bodies, and they wanted peanut butter and honey, nothing else. Well, we serve a diet here that's substantial. We went through this not over 6 months ago. It runs 36 calories per day, and we just don't make special diets for special people.
Sheriff, what makes you think he is not the leader?
I'd rather not.
Do you have somebody in custody that you think might be the leader of this group?
I'd rather not answer that.
How do these people conduct themselves?
Even when it made it to their final records, November the 3rd, the Highway Patrol still says Charles Niles Manson now, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. And his birthday is still on Christmas. That's a picture when they were all here. That's a picture when they were all here at Barker Ranch. The whole Manson family. With Charlie in the shadows. There's Tex. I always like the people who are touching the animals. We got them down here too. Again, Charlie, he's the shadow man.
They have a great desire to run around the nude, both men and female. In the jail here, we bathed them as they came in. We started out with, if my memory serves me correctly, it was 17. The Los Angeles Juvenile Authorities took one the first night. The rest of them were bathed and their hair was washed, and we gave them jail clothes. And the matron tells me that when she went in, each and every time that they were in the nude, whenever she had to have one to come out for interrogation or to see the lawyer, why, you had to wait to put their clothes on. I suppose this is all right if you want to live that way, but this seems to be their mode of life.
There's a picture of Manson signed for me off Barker Ranch. Signed it twice, actually. And
we just visit too.
Water runs in a pipe on the northeast end and out the southwest end, And you know how algae and moss will gather on a pond that has been left stagnant or unused for possibly a year or 6 months. There was moss in places I'd say would take up 25% of the pond, and they were bathing in that without even taking the moss off and whatnot.
Did they resist arrest in any way?
Well, I was not there during the arrest. This so-called Mr. Manson, who says he's Jesus Christ, was telling them that when the officers, if and when they came to arrest him, that he would have a knife and a gun and cut him and shoot him and whatnot. And where they found him was in a cupboard that a good-sized collie dog couldn't get in, crouched in there. Now that's how he fought, with a knife and a gun. All the rest were out in the open, but he was if he is the leader, this is how he knifed and cut the police when he was taken under arrest. They thought it was a woolly dog. And the only reason that they didn't know that his hands were in his hair, and when they pulled him out, that's why. Tried to bust him out of here, so we took security measures. And
when did you hear this?
Oh, 2 days before Thanksgiving.
That the raiding party was going to try to get him out?
Well, we don't know whether it was a raiding party or whether it was just who it was. We just got the word. We don't divulge these things. There's a certain amount of things that trustful things that we don't break with anyone. News media or among ourselves, or tell anyone.
Sheriff, what happens to Mr. Manson next?
Well, this a lot depends on what the court finds today in their hearing, which is going on now. I presume
How will Los Angeles become involved in this?
How will they become involved in it? They have the greater charge, and I presume the district attorney will turn them over to the Los Angeles County if the grand jury of Los Angeles County indicts him. As far as I know, they have a better charge than we have. It's a greater charge, a greater degree. And the west. Now, we furnished 2 men in a car from the east side and 1 car and 3 men from the west side. And they went in and made the arrest. The people from the east went on with them after they got there. They had waited a couple hours. And they found some 27 people in there. Now, they did not find these all at once. There was clothing, the labels torn out, some of it was very expensive. There's gasoline. In one group there's 500 barrels, or 5 barrels of 50 gallons each. There was clothing and food stashed at various places. The type of people they are, they did not set him in as
That was
when
when they
just
caught him out there. You signed that one too. Remember? They caught him and started treating him like Jesus, actually. That's what he looked like when they caught him. They'd eventually bring him back to Los Angeles in them clothes, too. Probably because he just looked too damn cool. He looked like a cult leader there, man. He looked like Jesus Christ, actually.
With a score of cameras pointing at them, 3 women of the Manson cult were led to court. Long-haired Susan Atkins, who poured out the Tate killing story step by step to the grand jury, was first through the door. Only Leslie Louise Houghton sought to turn her face away. The proceeding was brief. Court-appointed lawyers asked for and got delays in making their pleas. All 3 give a petite, demure appearance. None has a face or manner which suggests a killer. Miss Atkins' attorney has admitted that his client was there in the Tate home at that bloody midnight hour when strangers clad in black, carrying large knives and a gun, shot and stabbed 5 persons. The prosecution will say that this man, though not present that night, sent the slayers out. Charles Manson was brought into Los Angeles last night. The 35-year-old drifter, sometime musician, alleged car thief, persistent dropout from nearly everything he got into, will be arraigned tomorrow on murder conspiracy charges. Lawyers for at least 2 of the girls will argue that their clients were under Manson's hypnotic command. At today's hearing, Judge William Keene imposed a news blackout on all but rudimentary facts in the case, warning prosecutors and defense lawyers, witnesses, and police to keep silent about evidence and testimony. Los Angeles District Attorney Evel Younger, who challenged a similar ruling in the Sirhan case and lost, is considering challenging this ruling too. Jed Duval, CBS News, Los Angeles.
So that's it. That's the cabinet that Manson got arrested in while he was here in Death Valley. But Manson's still here in Death Valley because there's some people that came here that went to his funeral, that brought his ashes here, and they dumped them all over here. So when you're out here, Charlie didn't go anywhere. He's still here. And until next time, peace. Now I need to get some sleep. Oh man, laying on the ground sucks. Hey Sadie, how's it going?
gives everyone messages. That's what music does. I mean, how do I have to appear like I'm some kind of maniac because I can hear something that the music says? You know, when the music said somewhere over the rainbow, you know, in other words, I'm still there over the rainbow, and